at 8:06. It's -10 at the airport. Good morning, everyone. They've been struggling for the past 10 days, but people in several northeast Calgary neighborhoods are finally digging out with the arrival of city snowplows. While people are glad to have them, they have a lot of questions about why it took so long for the plows and road crews to get into their community. The worst hit neighborhoods in our city, by the way, Skyview Ranch, Saddle Ridge, Falcon Ridge, and Castle Ridge are all in the far northeast. The city says it's simply following its 7-day snow plan, which means priority routes get first attention. Residential streets see crews much later. That plan, by the way, has to be reset every time a significant amount of snow falls. An exception was made, though, here for the hardest hit areas, likely in part because the city's 311 hotline received more than 4,000 complaints. City Councillor Ray Jones wants the issue discussed when council meets again on Monday.
It's not been a very nice reaction because there's quite a few people that are snowed in. I realize that the crews have worked thousands of hours and they're trying to get caught up as fast as they can, and hopefully they'll be caught up this week, and hopefully there won't be any more snow.
It's been really frustrating. It's just the amount of snow and getting around and stuff.
City Council, by the way, added $10 million recently to the snow removal budget. That was a couple of years ago. Councillor Ray Jones, though, would like to know if more can be added to handle blizzards like we've seen down the road. IKEA is recalling 23 million children's lamps this morning following the death of a toddler who got entangled in the lamp's cord. More than 1 million of these lamps have been sold right here in Canada. The Smila series of wall-mounted children's lamps have been sold at IKEA since 1999. Now, if you have one of these lamps, you should stop using it right away. Then you should contact IKEA to get a free repair kit. That kit will help you attach the cord to the wall to keep it out of harm's way. A new survey says most people do not want to hear other passengers on a flight talking away on their cell phones. The U.S. government is thinking about changing aviation rules to allow cell phone usage mid-flight. It appears Americans have made up their minds when it comes to talking. A recent poll finds 48% of people oppose allowing phone calls. Only 1 in 5 people, about 20%, are in favor of letting people talk away. If the U.S. government changes the cell phone rules, you could be allowed to make calls, send text messages, or use other mobile services above 10,000 feet. You would never be allowed, though, to use mobile devices during takeoff and during landing. In business news, Air Canada will be spending about $6.5 billion to buy some new airplanes. Air Canada is switching its narrow-body fleet to Boeing with plans to purchase 61 of Boeing's newest narrow-body planes over the next 10 years or so. The airline says it could expand the order to as many as 109 aircraft. The deal is said to have a value of about $6.5 billion. Deliveries are scheduled to begin in 2017. RBC Economics is predicting our national economy will perk up next year thanks to the strong growth south of the border. The RBC's latest economic forecast is predicting real GDP growth of about 1.7% this year, 2.6% next year, 2.7% in 2015. The bank says the growth will come thanks to rising exports, also strengthening business investment. RBC also saying the labor market has been resilient, with 148,000 jobs created this year alone. 1,000 jobs created this year alone.